Are mainframes dead? IBM's latest earnings report answers that question, and it's not what anyone expected. IBM had a rough quarter, really rough. Revenue dipped, profit fell, Wall Street winced. But here's the twist nobody caught. While the rest of the company stumbled, one business line stayed rock solid. Their mainframe division is thriving. This matters because IBM's now standing up in front of investors and saying something that goes against everything tech culture has preached for a decade. AI isn't killing old technology. It's doing something much more interesting. Mainframes are computers so powerful and reliable that they've been running the world's most critical systems for over 60 years without a break. We are talking about the machines that process every banking transaction you make, every flight you book, every insurance claim. They're not flashy, they don't get tweets. You've probably never heard of one, but they are the bedrock. For years, the narrative was clear. Cloud computing would replace mainframes. AI would replace mainframes. Modern servers would replace mainframes. IBM would become obsolete. Instead, what's actually happening is far stranger. IBM's mainframe business is growing while other tech firms are struggling with AI. This doesn't mean AI isn't powerful. It means something much more important about how technology actually works in the real world. Most people think mainframes are dinosaurs, relics from the 1960s when computers filled entire rooms and only governments and banks could afford them. That's not wrong technically. IBM System 360, released in 1964, basically invented the mainframe. But here's what people miss. Those machines never stopped evolving. They're not your grandfather's computer. They're your grandfather's computer with 60 years of innovation built on top. The narrative of mainframe death started in the 1990s. Client-server computing came along, then the internet, then cloud. Suddenly, you didn't need an IBM mainframe in your basement. You could rent computing power from Amazon or Microsoft. Smaller companies didn't need massive upfront hardware costs anymore. It looked like a death knell. IBM's revenue and relevance absolutely declined. That part's true. A generation of technologists grew up thinking mainframes were obsolete. Computer science textbooks basically skipped over them. Young engineers took jobs at cloud companies, not IBM. The company's stock price reflected that narrative of irrelevance. But something surprising happened. The systems that actually run the world never left. Banks needed mainframes. Airlines needed them. Insurance companies, government agencies, healthcare networks, they all kept upgrading their mainframe systems because the alternatives simply didn't work for their scale and reliability needs. So while startup culture was building flashy new things, IBM's boring, stable, absolutely essential mainframe business kept making money. Quietly, invisibly, without any buzz. IBM's latest quarterly earnings, that's the real story here. When a tech company reports bad numbers, Wall Street wants to know what's broken. For IBM, it's not the mainframe division, it's everything else. Cloud revenue is struggling. AI software tools are underperforming compared to competitors like NVIDIA and others. Open source competition is eating into their software margins. IBM tried to pivot into AI and cloud, the two hottest markets, and they're getting beaten by companies that were built for that world from day one. But mainframes, that's the one division where IBM's customers are still buying, still upgrading, still signing new contracts. The mainframe segment is one of IBM's few growth pockets in an otherwise difficult quarter. Here's the fascinating bit. A mainframe system doesn't get built in a quarter. These are multi-million-dollar commitments that take years to plan and implement. Customers don't change away from mainframes on a whim. When you're running a bank with $3 trillion under management, you don't take risks. You don't rip out a system that's been reliable for 4 decades. You upgrade it. You add capacity. You train your new developers to work with it. IBM's latest generation of mainframes, the Z series, can actually run containerized AI workloads. They can deploy machine learning models. They're not obstacles to the AI revolution. They are platforms for it. A bank can run their transaction processing on a mainframe and run predictive analytics on the same box. That's not old technology being killed by new technology. That's old infrastructure becoming the foundation for new capabilities. To understand why mainframes aren't going anywhere, you need to picture what happens when they fail. Imagine it's a Monday morning. 8 million people wake up and start their day. They check their bank balance on their phone. They swipe a credit card. They book a flight. Every single one of those transactions routes through a mainframe somewhere, processing, validating, recording, completing. Here's the part most people don't realize. Those systems can't afford downtime. Not 5 minutes. Not 1 minute. Not 1 second. A major bank processes roughly 100 million transactions daily. 100 million. On mainframes that have to be absolutely, perfectly reliable every single time. Take the American airline system. Every reservation, every seat, every flight plan, there's a mainframe in the middle of that. When you book a ticket, you're touching a system that's been refined over decades. The airlines could theoretically rebuild that on cloud servers. But here's the problem. That system runs on sub-second reliability. It's handling millions of concurrent users. The latency has to be nearly zero. The uptime has to be 100%. Cloud infrastructure is amazing, but it's not designed for this particular requirement. Insurance companies use mainframes the same way. The actuarial calculations, the claims processing, the policy management, they run on machines that were engineered specifically for this purpose. Could you theoretically move that to cloud? Maybe. Would the business risk that migration? Here's where the AI narrative gets interesting. Everyone talks about AI as if it's one thing that replaces everything. AI is going to replace cloud. AI is going to replace servers. AI is going to replace, well, everything eventually. But that's not how technology actually works in practice. What actually happens is layering. A modern tech company doesn't use just one type of infrastructure. They use dozens. They have mainframes. They have cloud servers. They have edge computing devices. They have specialized AI chips. They have data warehouses. All of it coexists, all of it doing the specific job it was designed for. A bank, for example, might run transaction processing on a mainframe. That's its core job, and it does it perfectly. They run analytics on a data warehouse. They run experimental AI models on cloud GPUs. They're not replacing one thing with another. They're orchestrating different tools. The same thing happened when cloud computing came along. Everyone predicted the death of on-premises servers. Instead, most enterprises ended up with hybrid setups, some workloads in the cloud, some on-site, some split between them. The prediction of wholesale replacement never happened. With mainframes and AI, it's the same pattern. Mainframes will coexist with AI infrastructure for decades, probably longer. IBM's mainframe sales aren't growing because mainframes are the future. IBM's latest earnings report tells a story that the tech industry really doesn't want to hear. Disruption isn't universal. Not everything new destroys everything old. This is uncomfortable for venture capitalists and startup founders who have built their entire worldview on the idea that better technology always wins. Faster always beats slower. Newer always beats older. Cloud beats on-premises. AI beats traditional software. That narrative is powerful because it's usually right. But it's not always right. The reality is messier. The reality is that technology evolves in layers. The web didn't kill email. Smartphones didn't kill computers. Cloud didn't kill data centers. They all coexist, all thriving, because each one solves a specific problem better than the alternatives. Mainframes solve an extremely specific problem, running critical, high-reliability transaction systems at massive scale. No other technology has solved that problem better. So mainframes persist. This has implications beyond IBM and banking. It means that a lot of companies betting on the idea that AI will make this legacy system obsolete might be wrong. It means that companies running old infrastructure shouldn't panic. It means that the job of a modern technology executive isn't choosing between old and new. It's knowing which tool does which job best. For viewers, the bigger lesson is this: don't believe anyone who tells you they know what the future holds. The tech industry has a terrible track record of predicting what survives and what dies. You want to understand why IBM's insisting mainframes aren't going anywhere, you need to understand what they actually do in a modern system. Modern architecture looks like this. A bank has millions of customers, each one making transactions. All those transactions have to be recorded, validated, and reconciled instantly. There's zero tolerance for errors, zero tolerance for loss, zero tolerance for latency. That's a mainframe job. A mainframe processes each transaction serially, first in, first out, in perfect order. It guarantees that no transaction can be lost, corrupted, or duplicated. It logs everything, It audits everything. It does this millions of times per day without a single failure. Now, simultaneously, that same bank wants to run AI. They want to detect fraud. They want to recommend products. They want to analyze risk. That's where modern cloud infrastructure comes in. AI models run on GPUs in the cloud, analyzing patterns, making predictions. But here's the integration point. That AI model needs training data. Where does it come from? The transactions that flowed through the mainframe. The AI model makes a prediction. Where does that prediction get acted on? In the transaction system, which might be running on a mainframe. So the mainframe isn't competing with AI. It's the foundation that makes AI useful. IBM's Z-series mainframes now support containerized workloads, which means you can run AI algorithms on the same machine that's processing transactions. So what's the real lesson from IBM's latest earnings report and their insistence that mainframes aren't dying? The tech industry loves clean narratives. The old thing dies, the new thing wins. It's a satisfying story. It's easy to understand. It's usually completely wrong. What actually happens is far more complicated. New technology doesn't destroy old technology. It finds its place in an ecosystem where multiple technologies coexist, each optimized for what it does best. Mainframes will be around for decades, probably much longer than that. Not because they are better, because they are specialized. They solve a problem so perfectly that alternatives haven't caught up, and probably never will. For you as a viewer, the takeaway is this: don't dismiss old infrastructure just because it's old. The technologies that keep the world running, the ones moving your money, your health records, your airplane reservations, they're often old for a reason. They've been refined, tested, upgraded thousands of times over decades. There's real value in that reliability. Simultaneously, don't assume new technology is always better. It's better at different things. AI is going to revolutionize prediction and pattern recognition. Cloud computing revolutionized scalability and flexibility. But neither of those technologies can replace a system engineered specifically for zero-downtime transaction processing. IBM's betting that people will eventually figure that out, that the future isn't choosing between old and new, but understanding what each does best. So far, their mainframe customers seem to agree. Follow for daily AI news.